Welcome to A Rare Journey. My name is Elena, and I'm taking you on my journey from overcoming my flaws to become fearless in hopes that you would take the journey to do the same. So, today is going to be all about, it's going to be Movement Mondays. So, on Mondays, I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey, my health journey, different things that I'm doing because like people I've always had a goal of being more fit, being more in shape, being healthy. And it's actually really a lifestyle that started for me back, I want to say in my early 20s, when I went into college. Um, I realized how through, being physically, intentionally physically active, um, it improved my life. It improved my health. I had a back problem as a teen due to larger breasts, and I actually went and got a breast reduction 18, like right away. And had I known what physical fitness could have done for me, my 20 as a 21 year old, maybe I would have, lost weight first instead of like resulting to surgery, but that's a whole nother topic. But nonetheless, I say that to say like I've been conscious about fitness and I've always, been conscious about what I'm eating. Pretty much a healthy eater, except when I'm binging and recently because I'm on a sobriety journey. So I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking weed. And I'm finding myself now being more of a snacky person, like wanting ice cream, different things like that. But nonetheless, I have an overall goal to lose 30 pounds. Like, I just want to lose 30 pounds. Um, and I've done that before. Something that really worked for me well was high intensity workouts, high intensity interval training. I'm a person that, like, I get bored very easily. So, being in a high intensity gym, it's a new workout every single day. The trainers are on you, they're yelling at you, you're in a group setting. So those are things that I really thrived on, being in a group setting, having a different workout every day. And also, when you're a part of those gyms, there's nutrition plans, all of those things attached. So gyms that I've tried that I highly recommend is Fit Body Bootcamp. That's actually what got me into high intensity interval training. Love the gym with that I was at. Unfortunately, they didn't make it through COVID, so that's why I, didn't continue on with them. But I was with them for maybe about a good year and a half, and it totally changed my life. Um, and that's really the physique I want to get back to. When I was working out with them, I was able to get down to like 165. Right now I'm about 190. I keep going between like 185, 190. So I do want to get down to like, my goal is 150, to be honest. Then after that, another gym I tried, which I highly recommend, is F45 in Edison. I can't vouch for every single location, but the one in Edison, I'm from New Jersey, by the way. The one in Edison, New Jersey, I loved it. Energy was amazing. Owner amazing. Trainers amazing. Loved it. I had tried another gym. F45 was not the same. So you just always, and that's how it is with, these franchise gyms. Even though they have the same model, each gym has a different energy. So you really have to find out what works best for you. And that brings me to what this video is about today, is finding out what is going to work for Elena in this season of her fitness. Honestly, right now, I can't afford a fit body. I can't afford an F45. Those gyms can run anywhere from like 150 to 200 a month. I can't afford that right now. I'm actually unemployed. But God is good. So, um, but there are different things I can do, like, and that's another, where I'm at in my life is like, I have to stop with the excuses. I have to stop saying, well, I don't have this, so I can't do that. Well, this isn't here, so I can't do that. Like, no, those are all excuses. My ancestors had way less, they had nothing, and yet they did so much. And so I have to stop with the excuses. So I have been, being more active, actually I haven't been being active, to be honest with you, but I have a goal of getting back on the bandwagon. Like, I know working out is a part of my life, especially with my sobriety journey. It's something that's going to help me stay on track, keep those positive endorphins running through my body, keeping me motivated, keeping me going, and not reverting to old habits of drinking and, things that are destructive. I want to be positive. So something that I was actually going to be talking about and, was like, oh, this is what I was going to do, was something that I heard about from somebody I was watching on YouTube called 75 Hard. So essentially, the basis of this fitness plan of 75 hard. There's 6 rules. And the first rule is that you have to follow a diet, any diet of your liking, and there's no cheat meals. You have to complete 2 45-minute workouts a day, and one has to be outside. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. You have to read 10 pages of a book that is non-fictional. You can't read a fictional book, so it has to be a self-improvement book, an educational book, something like that. And then you have to take a progress photo daily. And then the last thing is there's no alcohol. So this is for 75 days. And each day you have to complete each of these tasks. And any day that you don't complete one of the 6 tasks, could be 7, give or take. If you count the exercises, like 145 outside, 1 inside, you could make it 7. If you miss any of these tasks, any day, you have to start the 75-day clock over. So why was I drawn to this task? I was drawn to this 75 hard fitness challenges because it's a transformational mental toughness program, which is something that I'm working on, overcoming this mind of mine. It combines fitness, nutrition, discipline, self-improvement, and also because it's going to help you working on your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-belief, grittiness, and discipline. And these are all things that I'm going to be working on as I'm documenting this journey in my life. And I was like, this would be great. Like, this is like something I really want to do. However, in doing research, which I highly recommend everyone do research, anything that you're considering to do, is that there are some downsides. For instance, the diet. It's a big question mark. Like, you can do any diet you want to do. And then there's no cheat days. I mean, realistically, what I've learned, even in being a financial coach, if there's too much restriction and there's no room for that what if or that like kind of self-satisfaction, then you kind of just err on the side of just explosion and you just go totally outside the margins. And then it's like, okay, how am I going to get back in? So it's like no cheat meal, not even one day a week. It's a little suspect. And then, that's a big thing for me. Also the gallon of water a day. What I learned even from my last gym being at F45 is not everyone should really technically be drinking a gallon of water a day. Women are suggested to drink 2.2 liters of water a day. So you could be drinking more water, water retention, water rate, things like that. So it's like you have to really know and do research and figure out what's going to work for you. And then one thing that was kind of drawing me back, now the weather's starting to break here in New Jersey, is like the workout outside. But I had to tell myself, like, Lena, you can't make any excuse because it's cold, because it's raining. Like, that's where the mental toughness and grittiness comes in. So I was literally like gung-ho, like, Elena, you're going to do 75 hard. And then when I started doing research, it's like where I'm at in my life is like I need to do realistic things that I can stick with and see an outcome. And that's where I'm at in my life. I'm all about, lady, you need to be realistic. What can you actually do? What can you actually stick to that's not going to make you feel like a failure if you have a setback? And I'm not really sure if 75 hard is it. I actually, and especially with the diet portion and then like the workouts, like, well, what workouts am I going to be doing? Like, I'm that kind of person, like just going to the gym and like walking around. Like I need to have a program. I need to know what I'm doing. And it brought me back to a fitness challenge that I had signed up for that I never took seriously. And that's another issue that I have that I'm going to be working on is when I'm signing up for something, taking it seriously and doing it and sticking with it instead of just doing it for a week and then giving up. I have a big issue of doing that. And in this season, that is not a goal for Elena anymore. So the fitness challenge that I'm speaking of is called E to M Fitness. It's an online fitness challenge. It started through Facebook. They actually have a website now. It's growing and it's getting bigger. And I signed up for this challenge and paid for it. And it did help me with one thing, which is great. It helped me kick my sugar aversion. So like I don't put sugar in coffee anymore. I don't put sugar in teas. Like I don't even need sugar. Because there you can drink coffee, but you can't have any sugar or any milk. And there's all these different stipulations. But it brought me back to E to M Fitness because there's things that they have there that are actually going to help me. They have trainers. They have a nutritional plan. They have a community that I can tap into. So I say all this to say you need to do your research. You need to try things out, but you need to do it. And as you're doing it, you're going to figure out what works for you. So go.